5 major problems with our school system. Our school system has never had it this rough. Public and even private schools are in an unprecedented crisis. There are a lot of rooms for improvement in the way our school system is being run. No one can argue that. Teachers and administrators have been expressing concerns regarding major problems with our school systems. But if they are not identified, you can hardly handle them. This video discusses just 5 of the major problems with our school system. Number 1. Classroom size. Researches endorsed by experienced teachers and educators point to the fact that the ideal size of a class should be 30 students or less. Anything above that reduces the effectiveness of the teaching, performance of teachers, and students' ability to learn. For instance, in a study conducted by the Tennessee Star, it was discovered that students and teachers alike benefit when classes in grades K-3 are limited to 15 to 17 people. It found that students from minority groups or poor backgrounds fare better in smaller classrooms. But what is the reality on the ground? One of the 5 major problems with our school system is overcrowded classrooms. Due to insufficient funds, those in charge of education management are considering lifting all class size limits so that more children could be admitted to schools. Georgia did that recently when faced with fund cuts for schools. Due to the meager budget for education, the country of Fairfax in Virginia is also contemplating increasing classroom sizes. The same is happening in South Carolina presently. This is a major issue in education. Number 2. Poverty. A lot of experts are also commenting on this major challenge in our education system. Recently, it was found that 22% of the children of school age in the US have not crossed the poverty line. According to a report, a poor family is a family of 4 living on an income of $23,050 or lower in a year. And this is where the majority of students in 17 states across the US come from. The sad consequence of this issue with our educational system is that students from poor homes have the highest dropout rates. Students without enough food or rest experience low concentration, and they are unlikely to perform optimally in their academics. Of course, this is not a hidden fact to school authorities, but they are just unable to provide essentials that will facilitate students' learning. Everyone, including teachers and policymakers, know that poverty is a serious challenge for our school system. Number 3. Technology. This is a difficult one among the serious challenges with our school system. The modern education system must be in tandem with current technology if it would be relevant in this modern world. Unfortunately, teachers were not taught with e-classrooms and may not be as techy as the kids. The instructors thus find themselves at a decided disadvantage in the classroom. Another angle to the technology as a challenge to the school system is the obsession that comes with technology. It is difficult for students to concentrate on the real lesson that the device or app is meant to help them learn. They focus less on their schoolwork and more on their devices. And when teachers do not have the techno-savvy to control the students' use of their devices to learn, merging education and technology becomes tasking. Interest and concentration will be sacrificed. What's more, schools are unable to procure these essential technologies for their classes, since they are already cash-strapped. If they must keep pace with 21st century learning, they may have to allow kids to bring their technology so that the school system can support and supervise its use. Number 4. Student health. The culprit and one of the major problems with our school system is obesity. It is now being considered as an epidemic in the US and other countries. This has to do with students' poor eating habits, and obesity in turn is contributing to poor students' performances. Issues such as diabetes and high blood pressure are problems of our education system caused by poor eating and lack of physical activities. This also causes more absenteeism. Rising to this challenge, the US Department of Agriculture has released a new guideline since 2012 to ensure that students get quality meals and enough exercise at schools. Number 5. Funding. The 4 major issues with our school system discussed, and the other ones not mentioned, are caused by funding. For instance, less funding means increased classroom size, more poverty, poor technology, poor feeding, and just name it. What about fewer staff? The budget for education needs to be shored up, while states and countries need to set their priority right to control and solve these problems with our school system. Without funding, these problems will continue to multiply. The aforementioned are by no means the only major challenges facing our education system. They are just to demonstrate how deep the issues involved are. Depending on the angle at which different individuals are looking at them, they must be handled holistically. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.